The last session was session 11, played almost a month ago. The party slips past the undead dragon that has not moved and discovers a meeting between the orcs and the Lord of Three in a large room. The party hears of a Shoggoth that is returning from the south with the rest of the undead army. The party overhears the king of the orcs, Nuldud, call the Lord of Three by the name of Logan, and the Lord of Three threatens him to never call him that again. The party overhear of a planned attack on New Ashter, the orcs attacking with the army of the dead, while the Lord of Three attacks from the north. The party witness the Lord of Three departing upon the largest undead dragon they have yet seen. The party defeats Nuldud and his retainers. The party finds a secret door and an ancient chest. Within is a huge saddle and an ornate leather helm, later identified as an adult dragon saddle and dragon rider's helm. It is ancient, but in good condition. The party exits the keep to find an orc party returning to the keep riding direwolves. The party defeats the orcs and recovers an evil wand, the greater wand of the ancient Lord of Three. The undead army disintegrates when the orc carrying the wand is killed. The party succeeds in taming one of the direwolves. The others are killed or run away. And the party sends a pigeon with news of the attack to New Ashter. And that is where we are. It is mid-morning.
All right. For anyone watching the podcast / YouTube video, I am controlling Lord Riz and Roland and our pet, Pandora. Our pet, our wolf.
No, it's our pet.
Okay. Philip, I'm going to share this with you.
That's a good picture, Dwight, of Pandora. I like it.
Did you like that?
I do, yeah.
All right. Just a minute, Roland. Oops, sorry. Darn it, why isn't this working? Just a moment. Sorry, having technical difficulties. Oh, I know why. Here we go. That is Lord Riz's vision. Something you should be aware of. You know, Lord Riz, you figured out by now that Lord Riz occasionally has visions.
Right.
He doesn't know where they come from. This one is particularly interesting.
I think you actually shared this with us at the end of last episode. It's the elven woman that's burning with anger. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
It's in our notes if anybody wants to read it again. I think I put it in.
Very good. And proud you've received yours, right?
My prayer?
Yes.
Yes. I think I've seen that prayer before.
Oh, not this one. Not unless it was at the very last game. Unless it was, yeah, you've never heard this one. Unless it was at the end of our last game.
So I have a prayer, and it says, "To removed from evil's hand, the worst remains within the land. In wasted north, the ancient seat, her vengeance waits upon your feet." Feet, F-E-A-T.
Okay. Well, we kind of knew we had to go to the north anyways. Okay.
Yes, but we need
there is more pressing matters at hand, though.
In New Ashter.
Right. We need to get back in.
Now, the undead army is now in this expanse that extends for miles of clothing and armor and weapons lying on the ground, scattered between here and the road and the ancient keep. Some old, some new, some colors of New Ashter, some colors of the Red Hand. Closest to the keep is the golden plate mail with a golden warhammer and silver plate mail. Both armors have the symbols of New Ashter on them, as does the Warhammer and Longsword. Did you guys already pick up those weapons?
I thought we did.
Yeah.
I think you did. I think you did. I'm just sort of setting the scene. I'm sort of setting the scene. And did you guys read carefully about that wand now that it's been identified?
I think
When it comes closer to the other one, that it.
I think it has. I think Proud has it in her
Yeah.
inventory. The wand is frightening with what it can do. What it can do. I mean, that is really scary.
Got to raise a whole undead army.
Not only that, but control them,
Right.
and they are extremely difficult to turn. What are you guys gonna do?
Oh, we definitely got to head back to New Ashter. Did we get all that stuff equipped? I thought we did.
Let's take a look.
I got the swords and the.
Philip has a
armor and stuff.
+1 longsword equipped.
Yeah, I have all the.
Oh, I'm sorry. You have the +2 longsword equipped.
The silver longsword, yeah. Because Proud got the mace, I believe.
Proud has the +2 warhammer.
I got the Warhammer.
Okay.
There wasn't a mace. Wasn't sure if it was a mace or.
There was a mace earlier in the game that she also has.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think we're set then. We're right. We're ready to start heading towards New Ashter.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
The road is desolate. There is no humanoid movement in the hills back toward the mountain pass. There is like nobody left alive.
Have you showed us
Remember-
a map yet?
Oh, I'm sorry. There we
Oh,
go.
thank you.
I didn't have it either. I was wondering.
I'm sorry. I
No.
forgot to look for a little down in the lower left-hand corner. I can see who can see the map.
No problem here.
Still, Roland is not seeing it. Hang on.
No, I can see it. I got it.
Okay. For some reason, I don't see Roland on that list. Okay. Oh, I know why. Your primary character is now Pandora. Pandora can see the map. Okay. So anyway, as you head back up into the mountains, or head back toward the mountains, I should say, there's just nobody on the road. The town of Farmington is a ruinous ash. All the people left. If you remember, you passed them on the road.
Do we have all of our horses and everything like that? Did we go back and get
Yes.
them? Okay.
Yeah, you had them. Does it make you feel better?
That's his Pandora
So you can
talking.
hear the horse.
Talking to her family.
You can hear the horses and the wolf.
Pandora's reaching out.
Yeah, you reach into the hills. It's getting to be afternoon, and you get into the hills toward the ancient tower where you fought the orcs. There's no one there. Gets to be on into the afternoon, late afternoon.
So the guard, the New Ashter guard that was there, aren't there now? You said.
They were at the tower up ahead.
Okay, and they're not there though, or we haven't got that.
I didn't. You're not there yet.
Oh, okay. Map's not populating for me.
I'm sorry.
There we go.
All right, just a moment. Lord Riz. He notices muddy footprints on the road. Some appear to be orcish. Looks to be 2 or 3 of them, but another looks enormous and only has 3 toes.
Do we still have the bird? Lord Riz's bird?
Lord Riz does have a bird, doesn't he?
Yes.
Lord Riz, can you send your bird out?
Yes. We scout ahead with the bird. Come. Which way is the tracks leading? Can we?
Toward the tower.
Or the tower that they were in. Okay.
You're getting close to it now.
Is this the tower that we fought those orcs earlier, or is this a different one?
This is the tower where you found the 2 soldiers that were already aware of King Maven's death because the rider had ridden past here.
Oh.
But this isn't where we fought those orcs.
No, that was quite a way south. You passed that old tower some time ago.
Okay.
So this is like the lookout tower right outside of New Ashter.
Just a moment. All right, let me put you guys on the map, although you're sending the bird out ahead. Now we're going to zoom in closer.
We're so tiny.
Zoom. Let me get this zoomed in properly. You guys can see what you're doing. Now,
We still see the footprints.
yes, they're headed right down the road. And the bird out in front can see, if you scroll the map out, you can see 3 orcs in front of the tower and 1 very large troll.
Oh. Oh.
All right, well...
I wondered if I had 3 toes.
As you approach the tower, yells can be heard, and a crossbow bolt flies overhead in front of you, but it does not appear to be aimed at you.
All right, let's sneak up and help the tower against these guys. Can we get as close as possible without being seen and sneak attack?
Let's see. You'll get about this close before we have to start rolling to see if you are seen. I'm going to move you.
So,
Now, you guys are still with your horses.
Can I roll perception against the troll? I'm just curious about weaknesses. What's he like? We haven't ever fought a troll.
Do you have what skill are you using? It wouldn't just be perception. Don't you have a specific skill for that? Is it insight?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. I have +5 insight.
Let's see what insight is. Wisdom check, you can determine the true intentions of a creature. That doesn't tell you about the creature. Let's see. I'm not sure there is a skill for what you're asking. Investigation? No. Perception wouldn't do it. I'm not sure there is a skill for discovering what.
Is that the wrong question to ask?
Maybe. Now, wait a minute. Maybe there's an ability you have. Did somebody have that ability? No, I don't see it. Probably not, since you've never fought one before. Yeah, probably not.
Well, if it's traditional D&D, fire is what we want to use. I believe. So, what do we need to roll?
Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Well, could possibly Roland use like stealth? Because I'm pretty sure you have good stealth, and see if he can get at least closer without them spotting.
And Lord Riz, did you roll your 2 dice?
Oh, no.
Lord Riz should roll 2 dice.
Okay. Just roll 2 different times, right?
That works. Just record the results.
15. Oh, I rolled under me, but it doesn't matter. 15 and a 12.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We're not on ceremony. Write those down or something. 15 and a 12. 15 is not bad.
Yeah, 12's kind of weak, but that's alright. Use it for one of their attacks. Alright.
Did everybody roll initiative?
Oh,
Nope. Doing it now. That's for me.
Yep.
Oh.
Pandora has to roll it.
Oh, well, compared to y'all.
How do I know when I switch characters correctly? I forget.
I've never done it, so you're going to tell me.
So I selected up top. It didn't really seem to give me an indication I did it right. But I'm gonna roll. We'll see what happens here. This is hopefully.
Well, grab Lord Riz's initiative at +2 and drag it to the chat window.
Oh, I was just grabbing. Good point. I was just grabbing dice. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I find
So
initiative.
to open Lord Riz's character, drag his +2 initiative into the chat window, and that should roll it for him.
And you need to do.
And you can do this. You can do the same thing with Pandora. Oh, Pandora's initiative was way lower. Lord Riz is actually first. Now he doesn't have to go first. You'll probably notice there's a couple of guys on the sheet that you don't see on the map.
How do you get my
Oh,
set up here?
they showed up with the wrong color. Let me fix them. There we go. Jack and Tim.
We're Jack and Tim. We're here to save.
And we don't know
day.
anything about them. Are they just? I don't remember who was there the last time. What their names were.
His name was Tim. It was Tim.
I just assumed they were.
All right, Riz. You can either hold your turn or you can move.
We're back pretty far. Let's see, I'm just measuring distance. This is not a move. That didn't work. What the hell's going on here?
Do I have your characters locked? Yeah, I do.
I was say I'm not getting a range thing.
Brugo is 100 feet from me. That guy that's in the top left.
The Firebolt's got a 120 bite. Is that the range for it, Dwight?
Yes.
And Firebolt. Cantrip. Sleep's 90. I can move up and try to sleep him. What's the range on sleep? Let's see what it says. Hold on, sorry. I'll look.
Yeah, that's okay. I'd have to look myself. 90?
Creatures within 20 feet of a point, so I should be able to get them all. Okay, I think maybe that's a good move. What do you guys think? Move up to 90 with a 90 range.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
Move there.
They've changed the check marks and stuff, so I'm having to relearn some of this stuff. Okay, are you going to try to sleep them? Where are you centering it? Are you centering it on Olag?
Olag. Is that the troll?
No.
I don't have a
center.
I don't have the combat thing up. Hold on, sorry, it's throwing me off. Let me get that up. There we go. Now it's up. Too many windows. Okay. Yeah, the Olag should hit all of them within 20
All
feet,
right. So what you're going to do is you're going to roll. I believe it's 5 8-sided die. Let's take a look at the sleep spell.
Oh damn it! It selected me. What the hell happened there? Wait, hold on. Sorry.
You don't have to worry about targeting with this. You're going to roll 5 8-sided dice. Do you know how to roll more than one die at a time?
Yeah, but I don't know if it'll do it for the right character, if that makes sense.
It doesn't matter. Okay. So pick up the 8-sided die, which is the third one from the right, and right-click until you're holding 8 of them, and then let them go. It won't matter because we're just counting hit points. That would be great, except that was 9 of them.
Oh shit!
Try to get it at 8.
Now I gotta...
And by the way, those were not the 8-sided die because I see a 10 in there. The third one from the right is the 8-sided die.
Oh my bad. My dice are... Is there a way to reorganize your dice?
Yes. Right-click out in the screen where there's nowhere, and there's one that says one there that says arrange dice, and that will arrange them all.
Yeah. Sorry about that. All right.
That's okay. No, this is what we do. We take all the time anybody
All right,
needs.
then just roll them straight on the thing, right?
Yep, just drop them in the chat window. There we go. There's 8 of them, and that was 8-sided dice. You know what's hilarious is you rolled the same number.
Right. It still
All right,
says
just a moment.
it's under rolling, though. I got to figure out how to switch who's rolling.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how to do that.
Let's see here.
Hold it.
We have 10 to release.
All right, you have, okay, hang on, effects. I'm going to use paralyzed because that's the easiest thing to do. You have paralyzed Olaf. You have paralyzed Bungo. Just a moment. That's it.
We'll take half of them.
Olaf and Bungo are now paralyzed. Until somebody attacks them or otherwise hits them, they'll be asleep.
Is that your turn?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah, man,
All right.
it still thinks I'm rolling. I don't know how to...
Olog's move. Now it's Jack's move. Jack is going to move. You guys may not be able to see Jack, but out of a slit in the tower, you see a crossbow bolt after the troll. Hits it.
Nice.
Now the troll attacks.
Uh-oh.
The troll comes up and bashes at the door. Oops. It's a check. Got it. Thank you. He bashes at the door. Wham! But it doesn't break yet. Philip, you are still on your horse.
Oh, I'm getting off my horse.
Are you?
Well, I feel like I should now. Unless, can I move farther with my horse in one time?
Well, you move 30 feet. Your horse moves 50.
Okay, well,
it's up to you.
For now. Can I shoot my bow and arrow on my horse, or is it going to be a
Yes, but I'm going to give you a -2 in doing so.
Okay. Can I actually hit that farthest orc?
Can you? What's his range?
70, and
you're going to be using a
short bow because that's the only bow I have.
A short bow, which has a range of
80/320.
And how far away was it?
70.
It's in range.
Okay.
The -2 is the only effect you're going to have. I don't see your. Oh, there's your short bow. So go ahead and give yourself a -2. and you did the standard Philip move. Bungo does not move. He's paralyzed.
How
Tim,
did I roll a 1?
you succeeded in rolling a 1. Heavy crossbow at the troll. Misses. Rolling.
All right, so I'm still on my horse.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I can move 50. Do I take any penalty from shooting since I'm a master bowman?
I don't think I would give you the same penalty that I would give other people. Now, there's one character that has not moved yet of the enemy. Just FYI.
He's farthest away, though. I don't think he can make.
That's true. That's not what I'm saying.
I gotcha.
You're an assassin now.
I am. I assume the trolls are not heavily armored, but I don't know. Maybe I should just take a normal shot.
Okay.
I'm going to. I got him targeted. Okay. Well, I can actually. Oh no, my hotbar went away. That sucks. I reset my thing and I lost all my hotkeys. Okay, it's fine. Let me just get back to my familiar here. I need actions. There we go. Oh wow, I'm rolling with Chris there. Oh wait, why did it not?
Because you didn't. That's a good question.
I got him targeted.
Did you had him targeted? Now on actions, did you drag your attack down from the 6-sided die from your longsword into the chat window?
No, I used my longbow.
That's on the longbow. Did you drag the attack down, or did you do it a different way?
I think I just dragged it over the chat like normal.
That's weird. Try it again just to see. You have the troll targeted. Let me do it. When I do it, it goes after the troll. I'm not sure what you're doing different. Are you hitting a hotkey or something? Or
no, I'm actually dragging it that time.
I'm dragging where it says longbow.
Let me untarget him and retarget him. Maybe something with that. Try it again.
Yeah. Longbow, there's a +6 on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm dragging. Oh, there it went. I just had to retarget him, apparently.
No, it still didn't.
No, it did. It says automatic miss that time. Oh, it's because I rolled a 1, though.
Right. Oh, I got a phone there. Okay. Well, you missed anyway. Let's go on. Next move is Pandora.
Boy, I'm slightly afraid to have her charge up. What do you guys think?
Charge.
All right.
She can move 50. She would not get there this turn.
Yeah, she's going to hang by Philip, her second best friend.
Pandora has a very special
first.
attack against small and medium things.
Perfect.
Pandora's
She'll
definitely
knock
my
them.
best
She'll
friend.
knock them prone. All right, but he is now going to move. This guy sees you. And he throws a javelin.
I'm going to use my... I wonder if 12 will hit me.
He's throwing a javelin at Philip.
Oh, okay. Never mind, Philip. You're armored. You're fine.
However, he's going to get a disadvantage on it because of the distance.
He has to roll a 22 to hit me, so.
Yeah.
And he's getting disadvantage on the roll. That missed because he's too far away. Proud.
I want to try this one spell I haven't used before, and that's that Sacred Flame.
Okay. Are you going to do it from here, or are you going to move first?
Well, it
You're
says...
still on horseback.
Right. And I can move. I was going to, but it says I can do it that I can see. Oh, I see range 60 feet. So let's see here. I move here. How far can I go on a horse?
50 feet.
So I can go up here next to Pandora. And then how far away is the troll from there?
You'd have to tell
Let's
me that.
see.
5, 10.
He's 50, like right
Just
at
about,
60,
yep.
55, 60. Okay, cool.
There you go, 55 feet. You're doing Sacred Flame?
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at that one. That's unusual for you. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. So, open up the spyglass next to Sacred Flame and drag that saving dice, that little dice next to the save, into the chat window. You're going to roll the save for the troll. He succeeds, which is a shame. That's it. He succeeded in the saving throw. Lord Riz.
All right. Would you give me a penalty to attacking the troll because of Roland, or am I good?
Depends on what you're firing with.
Scorching ray.
Scorching ray. No, the troll's pretty big.
We are going to move up just to
So,
I'm going to move up anyways
Oh.
because I want to be a little bit closer anyways.
You're using a level 2 spell.
I am. I think this troll's a big deal. Ready to light his ass on fire. All right.
Did anyone notice what happened in the last turn yet? The troll was hit. By the end of the round, the troll has no damage.
Oh, he's a regenerator, huh? I forgot he got hit. The NPC hit him, didn't he?
Yes, the NPC hit him with an arrow, but that wound is gone.
Okay, so Scorching Ray. Click this button. Okay.
That's a spell attack.
Okay, so
you can just roll the attack.
oh, so I don't.
So drag the little attack down. Drag the little sword into the chat window.
Yeah, it's not doing anything when I drag it. It's like I can't.
That is so weird.
I can't. Well, will you see it showing up there?
Yeah, I see. I see. Are you dragging the cast or the
That
attack?
little sword icon, right?
Yeah, I want the little sword
I
icon.
can drag the eye. I can't drag the sword though.
Try dragging the
Oh, wait,
ranged
wait.
plus.
What'd you just do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh, everything changed.
It sure did.
Okay,
Scorching.
I can see
hold
it. Now. So and I dragged the attack.
Oh no! You hang on. You gave him 2 scorching rays. Just a minute.
Oh sure, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Hold it. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you re-roll that. Just a minute. Okay, there it is. Try it again. It's not allowing you to do it. Okay, let me do it. Drag the attack down, and it goes after the troll and misses. I don't know what you're doing different. That's weird, or if you're doing something different.
Whatever
It might be a screw up.
Whatever you just did, that took it away. So however I had it before, I could cast it, but now I don't see the cast icon.
Okay,
I don't know why.
it's the little picture of a sword that I'm dragging.
Yeah, but I don't have that underneath the sword or underneath.
Okay,
the spells.
let me switch all this. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Look now. Do you see it? Oops. Nope. We're back in preparation. Just a minute. Let me put it in combat. Now do you see it?
No.
Mode combat.
That's back the way it was. Oh,
That's
there we go.
hitting.
There we go. Now I got it.
That's hitting. That's hitting
Now I
cast.
got it. I got to hit the little.
Now
I see it now. I can do it now.
try it. I want to see that it will hit the troll. That's the part I haven't been seeing. Still didn't go after the troll, and I don't know why. Okay, I may have to assist with some of this stuff. All right, let's move on. Olag is asleep. Jack fires at the troll again. Misses it. The troll bashes at the door. The door is smashed about halfway in. The door is almost down. Philip, your move.
Can I move here and then dismount my horse and then attack, or is dismounting my horse action?
Dismounting your horse is not a full action. That's really something fast that you can do.
Okay, so can I move there?
So
dismount,
what I would
attack?
suggest for what you are trying is move to here, dismount your horse, leaving your horse at that position, and then you physically moving to here and attacking.
I wasn't sure if I could do that or not.
I could put the horses on the screen if you want to, but I don't really think they're going to be involved in the battle.
Okay, then I'm
You're
just gonna attack him with my longsword.
Excellent. There's something wrong.
I
You
don't know
hit.
how that hit.
Damage him. Heavy damage.
Nice.
Orange dice for the win.
No, I'm changing that color. I rolled a 5.
No, Bill.
Now, Lord Riz could have given you a 12. All right,
Clearly
Tim.
doesn't like me very much.
Tim is attacking. Hits the troll. 3 points of damage. Roland's move.
How we doing over there, Philip? Should I still stay on the troll or help you?
Stay on the troll.
Alright. I am gonna use a spell I can never find. I can never remember the name of it. And now I lost it off my hotbar, so it makes it even harder. 1 second. Oh, I forgot to do Hunter's Mark. I'm gonna Hunter's Mark myself first.
There you go. Good. But you don't have to target yourself. You can just drag the Hunter's Mark effect to yourself on the combat tracker.
Look at that. It did it to Lord
See that?
Riz.
It didn't do it.
It still thinks I'm Lord Riz.
That's weird. All right, let me fix things. No, Lord Riz doesn't have Hunter's Mark either. So what I'm doing, I'm not targeting you or anything else. I'm just going to open your character sheet. I'm going to find Hunter's Mark. Where to go? Where do you have Hunter's Mark? There it is.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm going to open the little spyglass, and I'm going to drag the effect onto the combat tracker and drop it on Roland. You now have Hunter's Mark.
All right. Okay, so now we're going with the troll again. I got my stuff back. I'm going to use Sharpshooter, so I'm going to take that.
Now, you're targeted on yourself. Untarget yourself and target the troll.
Nope, it didn't work.
There you go.
All right.
You're targeted on the troll.
All right, so I'm going to use my Hunter's Mark, give myself the -5.
You're still on horseback. Are you moving? Oh, you're giving yourself the -5. Now I understand.
To use Sharpshooter.
Okay. Yep. You're using Sharpshooter, so you're going to give yourself a -5. Good.
Come on, baby. I need a big roll. Not a 3. Holy crap, I'm rolling
Not
terrible.
a 3.
All
Now
right.
just think. Lord Riz could have given you a much higher roll.
I was afraid a 15 wouldn't be high enough. I thought I could roll better.
Pandora's move.
All right, she's going to come help Philip.
Pandora's now within range of that orc.
We're going to light that orc up.
All right, have her target the orc. Okay, she's targeted. If you look at Pandora's actions,
Pandora hits.
she has just, drag her weapon attack, her bite, to the chat window. The dice.
Dang it. I did something wrong. I don't know what I did, though.
What are you doing?
Wow.
See the dice that says +4?
Yeah. I thought I did something wrong first. Maybe.
But it doesn't attack. That's so weird. Now let me do it. That did attack and hit. I don't know what's going
It
on.
didn't say it hit. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah.
It does. It hit.
Almost
All
like,
right, I'm going to drag the damage.
like it doesn't let me want to target anybody. Of course, I did.
Killed him.
I did just hit it. Wow.
Doesn't even get to knock him down. She killed him.
Or is a beast, literally and figuratively.
All right, Proud.
She's my beast.
You didn't tame her, Chris.
Hey, I mean, I'm role playing her as hanging out with you, though, right? I got your back, Chris.
That's true.
I got your back.
That's true. All right.
Everyone's except Proud and Lord Riz. Maybe it's just ours.
Fine, I've got my
Let's
little
see.
carrier pigeon.
Logic isn't able to target or attack anybody, which I find just really weird.
And Lord Riz has his bird.
All right, Proud. What
We
are you
both
doing?
got our birds. We're okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a spiritual weapon
Ooh,
on the
cool.
troll.
So the spiritual weapon, that is a... Okay, that's the floating weapon. Just a moment.
With the bonus action.
I'm going to use an S. Put the weapon where you want it. Not on him, but around him, within 5 feet of him. Okay. So, now, with the spiritual weapon, if you open the little spyglass, you can do it with the troll targeted. You have it targeted. Drag the attack into the chat window. It works for Proud. I'm just teasing your logic. It works for Proud. Okay, now you've done that, so now you can just drag the damage. All right, so you've hit the troll.
And then
wait a minute. Did the damage get? Yeah, the damage got on the troll. Okay, good.
Then do I get? Was that a bonus action?
That was a bonus action. You can still do an action.
Okay.
You can still move.
Yeah.
You may eventually want to hit that thing with your warhammer. That troll, as you figured out, is the toughest thing here.
It doesn't tell me how close I need to be with the warhammer. That's what I was looking for.
You have to be right next to him. You got to be within 5 feet. The warhammer is not a huge weapon.
Can I leave my... I haven't got off my horse yet, have I?
No, you haven't.
Can I leave my horse by the tree here?
You can, but you will not get all the way to the troll. How about leaving your horse here? Then you'll make it to about here.
Okay.
Now, are you going to do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to hit him with the warhammer.
Not from this distance, you're not.
Well, I can hit him with my crossbow.
That you could do.
Okay. He's already targeted.
Yep. But you missed him.
All right, I'm done.
End your turn. All right, Lord Riz's move.
We are going to try the Scorching Ray again.
Cool. He already has the troll targeted.
I'm going to lock in. I'm going to use my 15 dice.
And you're going to roll a 15. Stand by. Yeah. Scorching Ray. 15 plus 5 is going to be a 20. That's going to be a hit is what that's going to be. You can go straight to damage. Just take the lightning bolt and drag it into the chat window. Okay, just a minute. That's 8 points of damage to the troll, and it did not log it.
This game does not like me.
Oh, there's something about the way you're logged in or have your characters up. Just do I see people you playing? Yeah, you. I don't know what's happening with that. You're the only one having the problem.
So,
all right.
What if he logs out and back in?
That's too much possible.
Do you see the stars by your name up there? I assume it's everybody you're controlling? Is that what that is?
No, the stars are that you all have inspiration.
Oh, only me and Lord Ritz has it on my screen.
You need to log out of Fantasy Grounds. I think the rest of us will pause for a minute. Log out of Fantasy Grounds. Huh? Relaunch it. Make sure you have the game updated. Did you update before you logged in?
Yep.
I didn't check you.
I did. I updated.
Go ahead and log out and log back in.
So
reselect the characters.
Normally when you close it, it kicks me out. How in the heck do I exit?
Right-click in the middle of the screen and exit. Exit program. And then relaunch Fantasy Grounds. We'll wait. I'd like this to be smoother, especially with what we have coming. This battle is major, but there's something else coming. I'd really like it to be working properly.
Right.
I don't mean to be warning you ahead of time, but something is.
I'm going to check for updates again just to be sure, but I did do it before I came in.
I still see the character. Okay, there we go. Now the character's disappeared. Good. Then reset, start with Roland, select Roland.
Still connecting.
Hopefully we'll get this ironed out. Now, as long as nobody attacks those orcs, they stay asleep. And Proud, you're very close to having that troll tactically flanked because of your spiritual weapon. I have always counted a spiritual weapon in flanking. Hopefully it'll work now. Go ahead and end Lord Riz's turn.
We didn't do damage. Did we?
Oh
yeah, no, we did.
Yeah, I added it.
It didn't apply.
I added it.
Okay, so it didn't apply or something.
So you're going to keep him back there?
I can't see the map anymore. You have to reshare it with me.
You see it now?
Yes. I don't really think there's any use to move him up too far. I mean,
Probably not.
Move him up just a little bit, I guess, just in case we get a short range spell. Yeah.
And move them to the next nearest square. Okay.
Here we go.
Olog is asleep. Jack fires. Heavy crossbow attack. Misses. Troll's move. Troll lost some, but not all of his damage. The troll turns and attacks Proud.
Oh no.
I'm going to make the troll roll 12.
A 12?
Is that high? I feel like that's pretty low, but that's the lowest dice
That's
I
a
have.
total of 19.
Oh, he's getting a big plus, huh? Never mind.
That's a hit.
Never mind.
Well, you can't take it back.
Oh.
Thank you.
No, it's a miss.
Thanks,
It's a miss. 19 is a miss.
Oh, there we go. See? I knew what I was doing, kind of.
I knew what I was doing. So he misses on his bite. Now he attacks with one of his claws
Hey, Proud.
and gets an automatic miss.
Proud, what's
he gets
your
more
armor
of it.
class?
Her armor class is
22.
outrageously high.
Okay, me and her have the same at least.
Well, are you wearing the gold armor or the silver armor, Philip?
I should be wearing the gold, I believe.
Mhm.
And
You are.
she's wearing the silver.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it was the same for armor class. Could be wrong.
No, they're very magical. They're +2 armor class. All
No,
right,
but
Philip,
I'm
your
pretty
move.
sure they were the same amount for both of them.
Yes, they were.
Okay, I'm gonna flank.
Flanked. That'll give you +2. Oh, wait a minute. We have to do something before you finish your move. Proud, do you want to move the spiritual weapon?
Why am I moving it now?
Because you could move it so it would hit the troll next move.
Okay.
So show me where you want the spear. There you go. Now, the next time it's the troll's turn, if the troll ends his turn within 5 feet, the spiritual weapon will hit. When you first create it, it hits. Then it will hit at the end of the troll's turn every turn. He did not end his turn next to the weapon last time. If he does this time, it'll hit again. Okay, Philip, go ahead and do your attack. Target the troll. I assume that's what you're attacking. All right.
Yeah.
And you're going to get +2 on this attack. Did you put that in there?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That was a hit.
Salmon's my color.
Doing damage. Bungo's asleep. Tim attacks the troll still with a crossbow. Misses. Rolling. Roland, are you still on your horse, or have you gotten off now?
I'm still on it.
All right.
I should hop off, though. Let's go ahead and do that.
All right. You didn't move very far, so you can get off your horse at the part of your movement, so you're fine.
All right.
Let's see if this works now. You've targeted the troll. You've still got the hunter's mark on the troll.
I'm just going to do a normal attack, too, because... Terrible.
Right. So just drag your longbow +6 down to the chat window. It attacked the troll. We just fixed whatever problem that was and missed.
I have not hit tonight.
That is not normal for you. Pandora's move.
What do I get for saying how happy I was about one shot in the other guy?
You should flank Pandora.
Is Pandora going after the troll?
Yep. You get flanking from the spiritual weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a moment. I'm checking an ability. All that. Okay.
Am I good to attack?
Yes. You're good to attack. Hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Good damage, too. However, because of the troll's size, it is not knocked over. It doesn't have to roll the saving throw because of how big the troll is.
That makes sense.
Proud. Against the orcs, she'll knock those orcs over, or could. All right, Proud, you're going to get +2 if you're attacking with that Warhammer.
I am.
So make sure you mark a +2.
I did. Yep. I'm
Okay.
good.
Sorry, don't mean to be shouting orders at you.
No, you're fine.
I just get all excited. Hit.
Fine.
Good damage, too. How hurt is that troll? You guys have done some damage to the troll.
Still says only wounded, man. What the heck?
But it's recovering every turn.
Every one of our turns? Or every complete cycle?
Every time it's turn.
Oh, okay.
It recovers a certain amount of hit points that you don't know about. All right, Lord Riz. Now, you've done Scorching Ray. Did you do it once or twice? You did it twice, didn't you? There you go. You going to try it again?
I feel like I might as well. I don't know if I have any other... maybe I better save it in case something else comes out. We're just going to do the cantrip Firebolt.
Firebolt. So you have the troll targeted?
I do, I believe.
This is an attack roll, so just drag the sword down. It's all working now. Hit. I'm glad you logged out and logged back in. Now just drag the damage down.
Ugh, terrible damage.
It is now heavy damage
nice.
on the troll. Olag doesn't get to move, but Jack does. Jack fires a heavy crossbow. Misses. Unbelievable. Troll recovers a bit. Oh, I think he does at the end of his turn. The troll is within feet. Well, yeah, but he hasn't attacked yet. The troll is still attacking Proud. Here comes the bite. Hits her. Wounds her. Now the claws. Miss with the claws. Wait a minute. How come? Oh, we'll find out. All right. Philip's move.
Okay.
When does the spiritual weapon get an attack again?
Oh, right now. I'm sorry. On spiritual weapon. You're still targeted on the troll? No, I'm glad you mentioned it.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember to go to your spiritual weapon and attack from there. Very good, but it missed. Hang on. Alexa's telling me I have to take my medicine. I keep my drugs here at the computer. There we go.
Would it
Okay,
still
so that
been a
missed.
miss with my +2 I forgot to add on?
Stand by. It attacked with a spiritual weapon. It attacked at a 10. If you had put the +2 on there, it would still have missed.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, Philip. Put a +2 on your attack. You're opposite of Proud. That's a Philip roll.
Salmon's not my color.
Salmon's not my color. Bungo is paralyzed. He can't move. Tim fires. Hits.
See if-
Whoa, he hits him hard.
Wow.
That was a good shot. Rolling.
Tim's more worthy than me right now.
No, you're this massive, incredible guy. Now you could have given
There we
yourself a
go.
number.
There we
You
go.
could have given yourself you still have a 15, I think?
No, I used the 15.
Or did you use that
I
already?
used that.
Oh, you
I
used
used
it.
both
Never
of them. I used 15 and the 12.
mind. You did use both.
I saved-
There's some damage.
I saved their priest. There we go.
There's some damage. All right, Pandora's attack. Already targeted? Is this making the game complicated for you playing 3 characters?
No. When it wasn't working, yes.
Yeah, when it wasn't working, but it really isn't that hard when you get used to it.
No. It's
And Pandora's pretty easy because she only has one attack. She bites
With love.
Aw.
Okay.
That was a mess.
and misses.
She felt sorry.
All right, Proud.
Pandora needs a double attack too. She needs
She's
like a
taking
bite
I
and a
know.
scratch.
Parent, as in me, with her low roll.
She needs like a urinate.
Pandora does get a very special attack if she's fighting in the company of another direwolf.
Friendly or foe?
Friendly.
Let's adopt another one.
Okay, I'm gonna attack with this Warhammer with a +2.
So you're attacking with your Warhammer?
Mm-hmm.
Your Warhammer's been doing pretty good damage. That was a hit.
Holy shnikey.
That was some good, excellent damage, too.
Ooh. Big damage. This
I
troll
don't
is
feel
a,
like it's
All
doing
right,
good
Riz.
though.
this troll's a beast.
It really is.
Okay.
We're going.
All right,
I'm starting
Riz.
to get worried about this guy.
I know, you should be. That was a miss.
So bad.
Orog doesn't move. Jack
Come on,
attacks
Jack.
the troll. Hits. 5 more points of damage to
We'll
the
take
troll. The troll's move. Still attacking Proud with a bite.
He needs a layoff.
Hits.
Uh-oh.
Least amount of damage. Now with a claw. Same at Proud. Hits. This is worse. Heavy damage to Proud. Philip.
I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon.
Oh, yes, you do. Go ahead and attack with your spiritual weapon. Oh, thank you,
I
Proud.
need to
You
fight back.
It's I have to. There's so many things going on. Remember when that hit, and that took the troll down.
Killed him? Oh
The
yeah.
troll is
He's
now
dying.
down on the ground.
Nice.
Go, Phil.
Well, I don't need to attack him anymore if he's dying. Do I?
No, everything's fine.
Oh, good. I didn't know all about his regeneration
Now
abilities.
you have to worry about those 2 sleeping orcs up there. What are you guys doing?
What do y'all want to do?
Well, I think the NPC is going to attack the other orcs. So I think we need to get in position to kill them. Tim and them are going to keep.
Well,
fighting.
if you can kill the orc, if you just decide to kill the orcs because they're laying there asleep, you're going to get advantage on the attack. It's going to basically be a coup de grace.
Oh,
They're laying on the ground asleep. It's not like they're difficult to hit.
I mean, do we want to kill one and capture the other one and try to interrogate? I think somebody knows Trollish, don't they, or whatever it is, Orcish, whatever language they speak.
Orcish, yeah, I can speak that. And I think Lord Riz can as well. And I can interrogate one, but as a paladin, I don't think it's right to kill him, so somebody else will have to do that. So I just can't. I'm sorry, guys.
Is it right for the paladin to stand by while somebody else does?
It's more right than doing the killing.
Roland's good at it. Go for it.
Yeah, I already,
Okay, the elf has no problem. Are you killing one of
I
them?
already slit his throat.
Which one?
Which ones look stupider?
They
Left.
both look pretty stupid.
You took out Burgo.
Okay, we'll take out Virgo.
Just Burgo's gone.
So are we talking to Olog? We're waking him up and
So
talking to
we're
him?
gonna wake him up.
Well, I want to take his weapon first.
Yes.
Just a moment. Okay. Pandora moving and Philip moving.
Why don't you two tanks flank him here? That way, if this goes bad, we can just eliminate him.
Are you releasing the spiritual weapon?
Yeah. Do I need to do that or do you do that?
I'm just trying to figure out the icons. They've changed the icons in Fantasy Grounds, so I don't recognize things anymore. Wake him up.
And then I'm gonna intimidate him.
Okay.
What?
I'm just laughing at the way you guys have surrounding him. And if he moves, Pandora's going to be standing on him.
I love it. That's great that she's doing her job.
I'm just laughing at this because if that thing attacks, Pandora's going to knock it right onto the ground.
That's perfect.
Oh, wait, do I roll intimidation in Dice Tower or just chat?
Yes, go ahead and in Dice Tower. It doesn't seem very frightened of you at all, but it's really scared of the direwolf.
Light sea green's not my color, guys. Clearly. Or did I roll terrible?
Yes.
Ask him.
Light sea
Absolutely.
green's not my color.
You rolled a 1. Did you guys ever see the video where the guy was going to intimidate somebody and they ended up kissing and marrying the orc? It's almost that bad.
Phil, I hope you're keeping a list.
I'll have to send you guys that cartoon. That was hilarious.
Lord Riz is going to ask him, what are they doing attacking the tower?
You know, we were given orders to attack the tower.
By who?
Just a moment, things are happening. The troll stands up.
I knew it. I said
and
he was
moves
not
to
dead.
here and attacks Philip.
Leave me alone, guys.
You were right. We should have slit his throat.
You said he was fine.
He was fine from your perspective. He was just fine.
Oh,
A
good
bite on Philip.
goodness.
Missed. Claws on Philip. Missed. It is now Philip's move. You hit him.
I don't really like this color. Oh, I
The
like
He's
it.
dying
The troll is
again.
back down.
All right, I'm going to...
Tim comes outside,
Get in there,
as
Tim.
does the other friend. No, he's not attacking or anything. They're coming out to see what's going on.
Sick him, Tim.
Philip, the wound you just gave the troll, you can see it start to slowly close.
Oh,
Roland, it's your move.
All right, I'm gonna finish the troll off.
How?
What the hell's going on here? Cut his head off? Can I do that? Do I have to physically attack, or can I just tell you I'm gonna do that?
You can yeah, you can do that.
Generate that, asshole.
Hey, he might. He seems very strong.
If he grows another head, we're in deep shit.
It seems to be slipping back in the direction of the troll.
All right. Can we catch him on
And
fire?
the wounds are definitely healing. There's no question.
Yeah, can we catch him on fire?
identify magic. Proud. Go identify the magic.
I don't think... Can you do that on a creature?
This is, by the way, you guys, this isn't special. This is standard troll.
Can we catch him on fire?
How?
Our torch.
He doesn't burn readily because he's sort of made of flesh. However, Tim sees what you're doing. He says, "Hey, we have some oil in here."
All right, get that oil and pour it on him. Light this.
All right, he runs back inside and puts some oil on the troll. That takes time, however. The troll does not get up yet. He starts pouring oil on the troll.
The only way to effectively kill a troll is to use fire or acid damage.
The troll is burning now with the oil, and it looks like it's just like burning, like turning into ash.
All right, Olaf, you see what just happened there, buddy? Olog, tell us everything you know, or that's going to be you next.
The troll is now gone.
Right. All right, Olog, tell us everything you know, or
How
you're
is
next.
this general troll knowledge?
He says, we were told by the Lord of Three to take out this tower in preparation for the army to attack New Ashter.
All right, Olog, you want to join us to take out the Lord of Three?
He looks really scared. He looks like looking at you like you are insane.
Pandora, bite.
Oh, you want her to attack?
I know. Just look intimidating, Pandora.
Oh, he's intimidated, but you guys don't frighten him as much as the Lord of Three does.
All right, I'm cool with letting him go if you guys are.
You're gonna let him go?
You see any reason not to?
He starts running away.
He's fine.
Run. All right.
All right, let's go. Let's tell Tim and Tom or Jack, whatever his name was. Tell them that.
It is now, by the way, night.
Let's go investigate this gray hole.
It isn't a gray hole. It's actually the tower. You just couldn't see inside. But these guys invite you inside. They said it isn't normal that we invite people inside, but we will invite you.
Good. I'm tired. I feel like we need to go inside.
You guys have traveled all day long and had a rather major fight. You guys are really tired. They even let your wolf in. They are fascinated by the wolf. I'm moving all you guys inside. They're fascinated by your wolf. They have extra food and so forth. They said, we have lots of rations because we're really close to Ashter. So they even cook your dinner for you. They're really happy for you.
All right.
Tim says, you saved us. They came up the road just before you did. You must have been close behind them. We saw something in the sky, too. I swear it was a dragon headed toward New Ashter.
Yeah, it's a dragon. They're about to attack.
So are you guys accepting their offer of shelter?
Yes.
Does anybody remember when the Lord of Three said he was going to attack New Ashter?
It's probably in one of our notes.
We want to make sure we're there before that happens, if we can.
I'm reading through the note real
Now,
quick.
you guys did send a warning to New Ashter. You sent a pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust our pigeon.
Oh, the pigeon is awesome.
It says, I like the pigeon.
But you do notice that Lord Riz's hawk has a pigeon feather in its mouth. I'm just kidding.
You're kidding.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I've been thinking about that ever since you guys took the pigeons. It's like, the hawk is like, ooh, pigeon.
No. Everybody has their own little animal and their friends. I get the carrier pigeons. So they're fine.
That's funny.
We have bird people, and then we have Pandora's owners.
I learned a huge. I'm going to tell you guys a story that has nothing to do with D&D. My wife didn't like the cat tearing up the carpet, so she taught the cat to bat the vertical blinds at the bedroom door to let us know it wanted outside. And I told her she was crazy because you can't teach a cat. You can't train a cat. Well, she actually did. The cat bats the blinds and she lets them out. Today, the cat batted the blinds and she went to let the cat out, and then the cat all of a sudden ran down the hall and up to the front door so she would let him out the front door. So 2 things this proved. Number 1, you can train a cat. And number 2, a cat can train you. So, hey, I bat the blinds, head to the front door, and get let out the way I want to. Here we go. People can be trained. Anyway, All right. So you guys are going to spend the night here. Being watched over by these two guards, you're really not going to have any problems tonight.
I'd like to heal up too.
That's a good idea. So we're going to do a long rest. Wow, they've changed all these icons. I like the changes, but it's hard to get used to.
Oh, I healed up. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the long rest did that.
So the Lord of Three said, when you are fully engaged, I will attack from the north.
Hey, can I? Sorry, continue.
That's all. So
Alright.
there's no time frame, I guess.
Can I, and Roland, you probably want to do this, can we get our arrows back?
Yes, definitely.
Roll a 6-sided die, Roland.
Hold on, isn't this tower stocked? Can I just refill?
Oh, you can refill. This tower is stocked.
Okay.
You guys can just refill all your arrows. Everybody can. They'll offer you that much.
What I'd hope. We saved them from a troll.
Like
How do you refill arrows?
3 times.
Go to actions.
Mm-hmm.
You see your ammo?
Mm-hmm.
You see the little black dots?
Yep.
Click them and so they're all white. So they're all clear. Nope, other way.
Other way.
It's confusing.
That's right.
I did it wrong.
There we go. Good. Now, one left. Click that last one. There you go. Now you have 20 arrows ready.
Thanks.
Every
time you blacken one out, you've used one.
Okay.
Did it auto give me my spells back on Lord Riz, or do I have to uncheck those?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, I did. I see now. Okay. All right.
All your spell slots are back. All the proud spell slots are back.
All right.
Long rest, early morning.
We want to get back on the road to New Ashter. Do we want to see if Jack and Tim want to go with us?
No, their job is to stay here. They said that would be treason if we did that. Says we have to stay here.
You not see the gold armor and silver armor that we're wearing?
Yes, we see it.
All right.
We know who it belonged to. He said I would worry a little bit wearing that into New Ashter.
That's what I said. I'm not gonna wear it when we go in there because I feel like it's going to make Queen Eleanor get really sad, and I don't want to do that to her.
I mean, you're wearing the king's armor.
Because it's good.
So I don't blame you for wearing it. I'm just saying.
Switch clothes before we get there. It'll be fine.
All right, let's get back.
All right. Just a moment. I'm closing this map. I'm resharing the big map. After you come down the winding path from the mountains and are halfway across the low hills, very high above you, coming from ahead of you, is an undead dragon, flying high, but along the road.
Great.
A booming voice shouts down, "Noldud, where is my army? I will flay you for this." It passes high above you, following the roads into the mountains in the west. It flew over the top of you. It didn't see you because of how high it was flying. Looking at New Ashter in the distance, you can see things flying over New Ashter. To be seen from this vantage, they must be quite large. As you get closer, shouts, alarm bells, dragon roars, and crossbow shots can be heard. All right, just a moment.
Should we go into the tunnel that we found earlier?
That's,
No.
I assumed you were going to come up the road toward the gates. Maybe that was a bad assumption.
Yeah.
As you approach the north gate, you can see 2 undead dragons above the gates. They dive, flying low and crashing into the gates as if trying to break them down. In the distance over New Ashter, you can see other such battles going on with archers on the towers and an occasional Kingsguard knight along the walls. You can see at least 7 undead dragons flying around New Ashter, not counting the very large one flying high. That was the one that behind you. It is starting to come back, the one flying very high. It's difficult to count as they keep moving. A couple more minutes here. Just about have things ready.
I don't want to change my clothes now.
Yeah, I'm not changing. Sorry.
All right. This is what you see. This is where we're going to start. The dragons are crashing into the gates. We can roll initiative.
Soldier of Ashter says it's an enemy, by the way.
I'll fix that. Thank you. I
rolling.
know I set those up properly today. Why do I have? That's weird. I don't have that one named properly. No, that's a dragon.
No,
That's bad.
teal is not my color.
But just a moment. Having some difficulty here. We got Soldier Asher 20, 2, and 11. Jack is not supposed to be there.
Rolling great, Proud.
Do you know who's not rolling great?
Yes.
Me and Pandora.
I can guess who's not rolling great.
You have Pandora.
All right.
We can tell which one Pandora favors.
I don't know why Lord Riz keeps getting at the top of the list, but there he is. All right, Riz, what are you doing?
Well, undead dragons. Oh, this is dragon, doesn't it? Okay. Boy, this is dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Gosh, I guess I'll move up to attack. Let's focus 10 down first, everybody.
All right. What are you going to do?
I should have read mage armor. Hold on. Okay. He tried to sleep him last time. It didn't work on the undead, right? Thinking right about that.
You can't sleep undead.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Lord Riz knows that.
Okay.
You can't turn undead dragons either.
All right.
Proud knows that.
We're gonna Scorching Ray.
All right.
Oh,
got Dragon 10.
Hold on 1 second. Since we rested, do I get to roll those 2 dice again, or is that per session?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, you do.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll those
I
now.
want to roll this off the table.
2 20s.
Okay.
Got a 9
And a 2.
and a 2.
Well,
2 is as good as a 20.
Yeah,
Well, 2 is great roll
2 will be good.
because you can decide that somebody else gets that roll.
Right. All right. Well, we're just gonna do a normal attack here.
That hit.
Bam.
Something's wrong. Lord Riz just hit.
Bam. Good
Lots of damage, too.
All right.
Is that Sirenscape or do I hear someone whispering?
You hear someone whispering?
Oh, okay.
It's me
Child
reading,
awake? Oh,
reading
okay.
like spells to myself so that I can have an understanding.
Soldier number 11 targets dragon number 15.
To be honest, I thought one of our kids.
He fires a crossbow. He hits it.
Oh, good job, soldier.
Ooh, he hits it pretty good damage for what he can do, too. Proud.
So the one that I was reading was spell level 1, protection from evil and good.
Ooh.
But I want to make sure I didn't understand the part that said if the target is already possessed by such a creature. I don't know what that means. The target has advantage on any new saving throw.
Who are you thinking of targeting in protection from evil and good?
Well, I didn't know if I could cast it on myself.
Oh, that's a great question. Yes, you can. Just a moment. I'm almost certain that you can. I would make a judgment call that you can.
Okay. So I didn't know if it was
Now,
me good or bad.
it is protection from good or evil. So benefits creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
Includes undead.
I want to try it. I haven't cast this one before.
So you're going to cast that on yourself. So what you're going to do is take the effect. You don't have to target yourself.
No.
All you really need to do is hit the spyglass and drag the effect and drop it on yourself on the combat tracker.
Oh, yes.
It's always easiest to do it that way. You have just now been protected from good and evil.
Nice.
That means that they will get disadvantage when attacking you.
Okay.
Okay, now that was your attack move. You can still physically move. Your horses will not go any closer than you are now, so you guys have to dismount.
That's
Your
fine.
horses aren't getting any closer to this. Pandora is also starting to cower.
Oh, of course she is.
No, do not say that about Pandora.
I am starting to cower. It's fine.
Soldier of Ashter number 2 targets dragon number 10. Fires a crossbow. Hits. These guys are hitting.
These soldiers need names. They're doing
I'm
good.
gonna next. You know what? Next time around, I'm gonna name them. I didn't
Because I
name
feel
them
like
this
I need to
time,
congratulate Bob and all of them.
I
because
know,
they're doing
Bob,
One of
so
those
Fred,
good.
named
Tim.
Bob.
Bob. Have you ever noticed that most of my NPCs that are not extremely important have 3-letter names?
A little bit. That's why I picked. They could be like Bob,
Bob,
Bill,
Jim.
and something.
Bob, Jim, Tim. You know, Brad was a little more important. I don't know if you noticed that. Brad was a little more important.
He got an extra letter.
He got an extra letter.
We should just be looking. The longer the name, the more important we know they are.
The
Yeah.
Lord of Three. Anyway,
All right, so I still have.
Imagine the Lord of Threes just controlling all these 3-letter people.
Quindry, and then there's Tim, Bob, Ted. All right. Yeah, by the way, I remember when I was telling you earlier that I was actually writing this campaign 2 weeks in front of the first group that was playing it. I was writing just barely 2 weeks in front of them as I was going along. And that's exactly why. That's why all the unimportant NPCs have these little short names.
I don't
Okay,
believe
Roland.
you.
So I still have Hunter's Mark on. Are we cool with that, or do I actually need to
Yeah,
recast it?
it's a bonus action, so yeah, leave it on.
All right, I'm gonna do my -5.
Ooh, you're doing -5 on it.
We need to kill this guy. I feel like I'm gonna
What's
roll
the
good.
-5?
It's my sharpshooter.
Mm.
Dang it! I would have probably hit if I would have done -5.
Wow.
All right.
I'm shocked that missed. Dragon number 15 moves. It wheels back from the gate. Just a moment.
Oh crap!
Let's see how lucky you guys are. Not very. Hold it.
Oh no, I hate when he says hold it.
I'm going to. Oh, hold on. I'll let him see what he's gonna do first.
He's gonna take out all of us.
Kill every single one of you.
The dragon moves up to here.
I'm gonna make him roll 2 on its attack.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Targets both Proud and Philip with lightning breath.
I'm gonna make him roll 2, Dwight.
It's breathing. Hang on. That's not the way lightning works.
Oh crap!
Oh,
They have to roll a saving throw.
okay.
Here it comes. I gotta roll it for them.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
That's why the 2 isn't going to help. They both failed their rolls.
We fucked
Add purple to your list, Phil. Doesn't work for you. Go back to salmon.
If it was a physical attack, Roland, that would have been perfect. This is going to be rough.
I'm making Google
Here
Doc
comes the
fun
damage. All right, there's the damage. 15 to each one of them. However, Proud did succeed in her concentration. Her protection from good and evil is still in effect.
Okay, that was not good.
By the way, that thing breathed lightning. It was not fire, it was lightning.
I look over at the bright flash. All I see is Phil and Proud's hair standing straight up.
Exactly. Soldier of Ashter number 20 is firing again at Dragon number 10.
Good thing you guys aren't in copper armor.
Crossbow. He hits. Not doesn't do a lot of damage, but he hits.
The soldiers are MVPs.
Dragon number 10. Oh, the soldiers are more lucky. The dragon flies up to the tower and attacks Soldier of Ashter number 2 with a bite. Hits him. Minimal damage for a dragon. Jeez. That's amazing. Pandora does not move. Philip.
Come on, Pandora. You gotta work with us.
Not against this. Against undead dragons, she can't do it.
Man,
Ooh, that'll give you a +2. It is low to the ground. It had to get low to do that breath attack, strafing you guys. So you're going to get a +2 on this attack.
Okay.
Hit.
Do we think this is a good color? Should I roll damage?
Yes, it's a good color.
Okay. Nope. Not
It's
a
okay,
good
you
color,
got
guys.
damage. It's
I
okay.
don't understand. Why did... Oh, I see. Because it was a 20. Never mind. You damaged him. Okay, Lord Riz.
Oh. Should we switch targets to 10 now, or 15, I guess? I think we probably should.
Are you talking to us?
Yeah, well, myself mostly too, I guess. Ready to
It
score?
was a great plan to start with, Roland, but it sort of changed as it progressed.
Right. Alright, we're going to do Scorching Ray again. Oh my god. Rolled a 1.
Wow.
Oh,
Maybe Roland needs to start changing die color.
No, that's my thing. That's my thing.
All right, this is not a crossbow. This is a thrust spear. Soldier of Ashter number 11 is thrusting a spear at the dragon.
Bob. I love
Misses
you,
him.
Bob.
Proud. If
All
you're
right.
attacking with your Warhammer, it's +2
Well,
because you have a flank.
I was going to do warding bond for
Ooh.
Phil and I.
What does that do?
Now,
It is-
that
It's a mystical connection between us where we have to stay within 60 feet of each other, and we get a +1 bonus to our armor class and saving throws, and we have resistance to damage.
So we're just even more connected as tanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
that's a great spell. So you're
Figure
doing
we
warding
need
bond?
some help. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, you didn't...
So you don't have to
You need to say
target
it like
Phil.
that.
All you have to do is open up Warding Bomb, the spyglass, drag the effect, and drop it on Phil in the combat tracker.
Okay.
He's down at the bottom
Oops,
where he belongs.
spyglass.
I'm teasing, Chris. I'm teasing. It's so much fun to tease Phil.
Thanks.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Yeah, so do you see the effect?
Do I get the
Oh,
effect
you,
on
you've
myself
already
as
done
well?
it. You've done it. Hang on. He has the effect, and it did not put the effect on yourself, does it? let me take a quick look. Let me do a quick read on the spell.
Sure.
The spell wards a willing creature that you touch, creates a mystical connection between you. The target, until the spell ends, within 60 feet of you gains. Okay, only the target gains it.
Okay.
Now, understand that any damage the target takes, you also take.
Ooh.
I know.
Mm.
Okay. But he is now much harder to hit. Soldier number 2. Missed. Rolling.
All right. -5 again. We're doing sharpshooter. God
Miss.
damn it.
Dragon number 15. Spins and attacks Philip
I'm going to make him roll a 2.
with a bite.
I'm going to make him roll a 2.
He's going to roll a 2. He's going to miss.
Yeah, he will.
Soldier of Ashter number 20. Still firing at dragon number 10. Critical. Boy, he's hit him.
Man.
Dragon number 10 is still attacking number 2. Just a moment. Oh, bad news. Dragon number 10 moves to here. Targets number 2.
Oh.
We're going to lose Bob.
Bob and Pam.
And number 20 with a breath weapon.
Jim is
They're
so
going to have to
bad.
roll dexterity saves. Here they go. We have a failure and a failure. Here comes the damage. Kills them both.
Wow.
Wait a
No,
minute,
Pam
yeah.
and
They're good.
Pam and Bob.
There goes our MVPs.
Pam and Bob.
Pam and
Both
Bob.
soldiers go down.
We still got Jim. We still got Jim.
Pandora is not moving. Philip. Pandora's scared to death.
After this battle, we're just gonna comfort Pandora. Just make sure she feels okay. I'm
Give her
really worried
snacks.
about
If you guys survive this battle,
Thanks.
you might comfort her, in the afterlife. Hit.
Oh, yay!
Did you give yourself a +2?
No.
Heavy damage.
Nice shot.
Nice
And
one.
no, I didn't give myself a +2. I
Do
totally
that next
forgot.
time. All right, Lord Riz. This battle is supposed to be this scary, by the way. And these dragons aren't nearly as large as the one flying up high. They're bigger than the one you fought on the boat, though.
This is unbelievable.
Lord Riz missed with a scorching ray. Number 11 switches targets. To dragon number 10 that just killed his friends. Hits it. Heavy damage to dragon number 10. Proud.
I'm going to use my warhammer on the dragon.
Hit.
Nice.
Wow. That was a lot of damage.
You guys are kicking
Good.
their butt.
That was good. Rolling. Come on, man. You got to roll something. Do you have a nice roll you can give me? No, you really don't, do
I'm
you?
just going to do normal attack, though, because with -5...
Yeah,
it's
that -5 is not helping you.
Doesn't even matter when I roll like that. God.
And it still missed.
dang. Unbelievable.
Dragon number 15. Let's see what he does. Oh, you lucked out. He's still biting. Bites at Philip. Hits him.
Oh.
partially resisted. Do you understand why?
Because of the
Because it's evil. And
because of,
Proud has you protected.
yeah.
Dragon number 10. Let's see what he does. Oh, it's not good news. Breathes fire again. At, just a minute here. Hold it. I need to. Things have gotten confused with this dragon. Let me take out all the targets. There we go. Now the target's set up. He's breathing fire. Dexterity save. He fails. Heavy damage, but does not kill him. Pandora does not move. Philip. Hit.
Not a good color. Not a good
Lord
color.
Riz. Come on, Logic. You got to start rolling.
I say at least you guys are hitting. I mean, I'm playing the 2 damage dealers and we're not doing crap. Alright.
What are you hitting with?
Oh.
You still have 1 second level spell left that you can fire.
You know what? I think I used it last time. Just to be honest, I don't think I've checked it. I think I've shot it 3 times now.
You want to go with Firebolt then?
Yeah.
That's okay.
It doesn't.
Do you still have inspiration?
Doesn't even matter. Oh, you're right.
He does have inspiration. Do you want to re-roll that?
I already skipped my turn. I'll save it for my next
Oh,
turn.
no. I can move it back.
Okay, let's do it.
Do you want to use inspiration? You can use it for yourself next time, too.
Let's do it.
Roll it again.
There we go.
Hit.
Yeah.
Drop the damage down. Boy, I'm glad it's working for you now. That was really annoying earlier.
Terrible damage.
It did a little damage. All right, Soldier of Ashter number 11 is firing at he's thrusting his spear at Dragon 11.
This one's Jim.
It missed him though. Okay, I promise. Next game I run, I will name these guys.
I just like
That's
to congratulate
Put
them
it
because
on
they
my
are helping us out.
to-do list. It does help when they have names. Okay, Proud.
Warhammer.
By the way, the first 2 times I ran the campaign, none of the NPCs had names like that. That was something I'd slowly done over time. You just killed it.
Oh, nice.
Dragon 15 is down.
Yeah.
Are you going to move? You attacked.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards this guy. I'll stay here by this rock.
All right. Come on, Roland. You got to redeem yourself after shooting that orc in the eye with the arrow.
I know. I've been useless since then.
I've been so proud of that, and I haven't done a darn thing since. That was a great roll, though. All right.
There we go.
Something's wrong. Roland just hit.
I hit.
He hit.
And good damage.
And he did pretty good damage,
All
too.
right.
Oops. I made a mistake just a moment. There we go. Dragon number 10. He could not breathe a 3rd time. He's going for a bite against the soldier. Automatic miss. Pandora does not move. Philip.
Okay, gonna move as far as I can. And then use my short bow. Okay, yellow be my color.
Automatic miss.
Can you reroll?
You
I don't
could
wanna
use
use it 'cause
inspiration.
No.
There might be more. We don't know what's gonna be in the inside of the castle walls. And I don't want to use my inspiration on my short bow shot.
Okay.
An injury. Oh, Lord Riz's move. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. This is great.
I'm having a blast. Except for these terrible
Missed it.
rolls.
Yeah, I can see what a blast you're having. Okay. I'm teasing you.
No.
Here comes the spear thrust.
Bad session.
Missed! It was so close. Proud. Unfortunately, the thing is not really on the ground.
on the ground?
It is flying up near the top of that tower. So it's about 40, 50 feet in the air. So you're not going to get to use your sword anyway, in any case, or your warhammer in any case.
Can I use my spiritual weapon? Or does
That
it
you
not
could
fly?
do, yes. You could hover the spiritual weapon up above. You could even give that soldier a flanking advantage.
Okay.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
What? We find an S.
Okay. Do I do?
I assume there.
Yes, please.
All right, you can go ahead and roll an attack on it immediately.
Do I do the +2?
Yes. Give it a +2. I'm glad you guys are reminding me of this stuff because I wouldn't. That hit. Holy crap! Was that max damage? I'm pretty sure that was max. That was a good hit.
Good deal. And then I can take a
Oh, you
shot
can
at him.
still fire. Yes, you can.
Yeah, with my crossbow.
Missed.
Okay.
Okay, Roland.
Here we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
Hit. Oh, wait a minute.
That
That was Dragon 10. That hit,
That was a dagger, though.
didn't it?
No, it was a dagger.
That was a dagger.
I'd rather-
Hold it. I'll let you keep the roll.
Oh.
It was a hit.
Oh.
Roll your damage on your bow.
Okay.
You killed it.
All right.
Why did it matter if it was a dagger versus a bow?
The amount of pluses he would get on the hit. But
Oh.
with that roll, he would have hit anyway. That soldier up there is hurt really bad, but he is alive. He's waving down at you, thanking you. As you enter the gates, flying high above you and from the west is the largest undead dragon. Riding atop it appears a dark knight. It's flying outside of bowshot. It passes high over the entrance and heads straight toward New Ashter Keep at the top of the rocky hill.
Lord of Three ?
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we got to go.
Yeah, let's just.
But hold on.
head.
You're heading for the keep?
Well, hold on.
Just a moment.
No.
Let me-
1 second. Hold on. Can you cast some healing spells that get you guys back up before we move up there? Because I know you're both hurt.
I'll lay on hands because it's just a cantrip for me.
Who were you laying hands on?
What's her proud?
Okay.
Do I have
So
to
take
target?
your lay on hands and you can just drag it. You don't even have to target her. All you really have to do is take the lay on hands effect and drag it to the combat tracker and drop it on top of Proud.
Can I do it to myself?
You
or-
just did it to Proud. So that was your turn.
All right.
Now Proud could cast a spell
Mhm.
if she wanted to on Philip. Philip is the other person that's hurt.
Can do cure wounds.
So you don't have to really target him either. You can just open the effect and drop it on Philip. I'm just trying to help you guys out with shortcuts as
Is
to how
this
you can
new,
do
or
this
have we
without
always
going
been
through all
able
this.
to do?
You've always been able to do it. It's just that when I start off with new players, I get you used to targeting. And then as time goes on, I start telling you about some of the shortcuts you can do.
Oh,
There are shortcuts to doing some of this stuff. In the
Yeah,
beginning, I
that
wanted you
wasn't a great
targeting
roll.
everybody, so you learned how to target well. Okay, that was not bad. He's feeling quite a bit better.
Mhm.
All right, are you guys heading up toward the keep? I'm going to switch maps.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Yeah. Oh, the party token is there. So I just have a token for the whole party here. So you guys are headed up toward the keep.
Are we on the new Ashter whole city map?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Did you update this?
No.
Oh, it looks nicer for some reason.
Same map.
We just haven't spent a lot of time in this map.
That's true, I guess.
No, you haven't. Atop the undead dragon, the Lord of Three raises a
Told y'all.
wand in his hand, and the remaining undead dragons break off and start flying to the north.
So just a thought. Could he revive the undead again?
As you start to climb the long steps, you can see on the balcony of the highest tower 4 figures, one quite small and wearing the crown. Standing beside her is Tolman, and behind her are the 2 remaining counselors. One with his hand raised and a force shield shimmers around the queen. A voice booms down from the figure atop the dragon. This is not over, Eleanor. New Ashter is beaten. You have few forces left. Ashter is mine. Go cower in your halls and await your doom. The large dragon reels to the north and joins the other undead dragons flying away.
No final battle, okay.
They let you guys into the tower and they escort you into the council chamber of Eleanor. On each side of the table, 15 in total, all the chairs are identical save one massive chair in the center on the far side that looks to be a smaller version of the throne on the dais. Along the walls are knights of the Kingsguard standing at attention, hands on the hilts of their swords. There's a fireplace behind the throne gently burning. Eleanor is seated upon the small throne with Tolman to her right, and to her left you see someone that you know, Sir Harold Moore from the tower on the way to Castor. On another side sits Momont and Quendry and an empty chair. The third side is empty. There's an argument between Momont and Quendry and Tolman going on. Names are being bandied about, which the others immediately disagree. Eleanor is watching the argument with interest, but saying nothing. Servants enter and leave the room, occasionally bringing tea and bread rolls. Eleanor raises her hand as you enter, and the others fall silent. Tolman rises and says, "Welcome. I have recalled Sir Moore to assist in our defenses. I understand you know him, and he knows you. Please be seated." He indicates the side of the table for honored guests and ambassadors. We have yet to decide on a suitable replacement for Paul. Eleanor starts the meeting, saying our choices seem to narrow. Momont starts to speak, but Eleanor raises her hand, and he falls silent. She says, "First we need to hear from those that journeyed south and what they advise." Her counselors frown at this, except Tolman and Moore, who are smiling. Eleanor indicates the party should speak.
Did we take our armor off before we walked in, or are we still wearing her dad's brother?
I never heard you guys take your armor off.
We're
They
still wearing
haven't
it.
cared, so it's fine.
All
I
right.
think that we should offer our condolences
So
and
you-
let her
your
know why we
condolences?
have the
I
we have
thought you
the-
were going to offer her the armor.
No.
Well, I don't want to give her the armor, but I do want
We
to tell
need-
her
I think
like
she would just
how
give it
we
back.
got it.
Yeah.
If she's not going to give it back, I'll persuade her to give it back.
I mean, we trust these people, right? Or do we think another one's a secret agent?
No, we trust him.
Well, then I-
Because we
I
got rid of the
trust them.
secret agent.
Well, then I think we tell them the whole story. Everybody cool with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So you're going to go ahead and tell them the whole story of what you heard.
What we've seen, what we've...
Yeah.
She's asking what your advice is. You are being asked into this council chamber as advisors to the queen.
Okay. I feel like there needs to be something like we split some of the army to go north and to start setting up defenses in towns up north and try to probably like 70% of the army to go do that. But then keep 30% in the capital, because at this point they've already come to the capital and there's not really a need.
Momot agrees. He says we must fortify our defensive position. We must start recruiting to replenish and train an army for our protection. We may need to consider asking for help from our allies in other kingdoms whose intentions we trust. Tolman says, I agree that we must start recruiting and training immediately, not only in New Ashter, but in Sea Haven, the last large city that has not been attacked. But I fear we cannot ask other kingdoms for help. News of our weakness would spread. Even without intention it would. And if it's widely known our current state, Ashter will become a prime and ripe target. Tolman looks at you and says, we have no army to split. We have a few soldiers and a few Kingsguard. That's all we have. The army was destroyed in the south.
I agree.
There's no army.
That we shouldn't go to other kingdoms.
Quindry nods, but is frowning. I understand the need to shore up our forces and defenses, but if we are defensive alone, then we have ultimately lost. The danger and solution lies in the north. His current plans have been defeated by our new friends, but he will plan again, and the longer we let him alone, the sooner we are destroyed, regardless of our efforts for defense. The dead will always outnumber the living. The longer he has, the more certain our demise.
We'll tell them we got the wand that raises the dead.
But we shouldn't...
Momot looks at you and says, you have a wand that raises the dead, but I saw another wand in the hand of the Lord of Three.
There's three.
Sir Harold Moore stands up and says, by your leave, your majesty and my captain, I would depart for Sea Haven in your name and do what I can to recruit and train a force there. You dare not send any with me as you need them here. I would pay particular attention to watch the graveyard. Castor is safe for now, and Harlan is doing what he can to fortify there. But I would send word to Brad and have him move to Cloven Hill to do the same for that village. Have him check upon Eastwich as well. Tom and Ned should be able to keep watch on the southeast and train a few lads to assist them. Brad has proven a good lieutenant, very able in the training of soldiers. Brad is not yet ready for the Kingsguard, but he is quite good. Any other advice from you guys?
I'm definitely thinking there needs to be an offensive push with what we have.
Quindry's looking at you. He says, you mean into the Great Wastes? I fear. Quindry's looking at you and says, I fear that's where he is.
Yes, I think we need to go to the north, but I feel like
that's definitely where he is.
Eleanor thinks a while and finally says, we have little choice. Momot, Tolman, and Moore are correct that we can do nothing better than to try to reverse our current weakness. But Quindry is also right. Our defenses will not save us no matter how far we build them. A task that may take years to achieve only where we were weeks ago. Our salvation or our destruction lies in the north. Yet we cannot send a force that has any chance to succeed, and sending a force to fail, as greater forces have been sent in the past and failed, would be suicide for the entire realm. I cannot ask more of our new friends, but if they choose to go, all of New Ashter will be forever in their debt.
If we can keep this armor.
Yeah, is there anything that they can give us to help us if they cannot give us an army? Would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, maybe
Momont
another
says
direwolf.
Momont says these four do not represent the crown.
Ah,
Eleanor stops him, but they have our trust and our lasting gratitude. Our entire kingdom is already in their debt. Who here or anywhere has achieved more against our enemy? There is no response except Tolman and Moore, who nod in agreement.
yeah.
Eleanor looks at you and says, that armor and those weapons are precious to our realm. They are the king and the prince's armor and weapons of New Ashter.
Yeah.
I will ask that you not remove them from the Isle of Ashter, but as long as you were here, you have our leave to use them.
That's fine. Because we're not continuing this campaign on Ashter.
What else are you going to tell them about? You said you told them everything. I want you to
We tamed a
talk
direwolf.
about. They've noticed that. It's sitting outside near the dais. They wouldn't let it be counted, but they've noticed that. But there were
Did you
other
give her
little
opinion on the
tidbits.
direwolf? What did she think?
She's amazed and scared and impressed.
Want to tell them about the trolls helping for some reason?
She said yes. Quindry also says yes. Some fell peoples, we call those kinds, ogres, trolls, and so forth, fell peoples, live in the Haven Woods.
Let's ask them about Lord Roos's vision.
Oh, on the armor, I do have something written. I thank you in the memory of those we have lost. The armor and weapons are precious to us. Their like cannot be crafted by the smiths of New Ashter today. If you have need of the weapons and armor, I ask only that you not remove them from the Isle of Ashter, for in the end they are indeed artifacts of our realm. But I will loan them to you in your quest in our behalf.
Thank you.
Now, there are specific things, like, are you telling them about the helm and the saddle you found?
Yeah, I want to tell them everything.
You're going
I
to show them
forgot
the
about
helm.
that.
Right.
Quindry exclaims, that is a dragon rider's helm of old, of the ancient rulers of Ashter. I have seen pictures, but never a real one. They were all believed to be lost in the last battle of ancient Ashter. It is a treasure of historical value beyond price.
Show them the saddle.
What about a name that you guys overheard?
Oh, the dude. Are we talking about the dude who is homies with the Lord of Three? Who the Lord of
Noldald
Three
or
got
something
mad
like that.
Noted.
It's in the message of the day.
Ugh.
The Lord of Three
What did
got pissed at Noldud for calling him a name.
Oh, his real name.
Logan. Does
Lord
she
of-
know? Do they
Logan.
know?
Logan?
Recognize
You're going to say that out
Logan?
loud. Tolman says Logan was a Kingsguard before my time, one of great renown, practically a legend. I cannot imagine someone like that being turned to evil.
Well,
Momont says such a turning is indeed possible, with years upon years of inhuman torture that I would not wish upon anyone. Quindry says Logan was a Kingsguard in my youth. He served under Eleanor's great-grandfather. He would be well over 100 years old now. He must be magically sustained somehow. I suppose it is possible with the kinds of magic we speak of. Momont nods. Quindry continues, he was before my time. He disappeared when I was still a boy.
Where'd he disappear?
He says, I'm going to have to look in my records.
Assume on one of the trips to the north. Let's ask about the...
Quindry says, please come and see me before you depart. I have not found much, but one interesting fact. I have found the route that the survivors of ancient Ashter took in their retreat. It's not the way that others have gone to find the ancient kingdom. I know where the other expeditions started their trek into the Great Wastes as well. None of them succeeded. He said that he's going to study his records when you come to visit him. He wants you to come and visit him after this meeting sometime. he's going to study his records and try to find out more stuff.
Let's ask about any elvish women with auburn hair and bronze eyes in the past.
No elves have ever lived on the Isle of Ashter. He says, you are a rarity, Roland. We haven't seen an elf here in all of our lives.
My original mission was to come here and make allies. So let them know after this is all over, the elves want to be allies with them.
We would be more than welcome. That would be wonderful. Yeah, everybody's nodding in agreement. Even Momon is nodding in agreement. That would be wonderful. But we have never heard, even in legends, of some auburn-haired elvish woman. I don't know what that would be.
That was Lord Riz's vision, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. And something is tugging at your memory about what you heard in your prayers. Proud, I'm talking to. A connection between Lord Riz's visions and your prayer. Did you write it down?
I have my prayer, yes.
Do I say, did you write it down?
No.
Whenever I
it.
do anything important like that, write it down. Or to copy and do it
It's
to a
in the
note.
notes under
Always
prayer.
have a note. Always.
I can ask them. I'll ask them about my prayer. I'll tell them that I have a prayer and see if it makes any sense to them. And it says, to removed from evil's hand, the worst remains within the land. In wasted north, the ancient seat, for vengeance waits upon your feet. Which makes me think that the Lord of Three is a girl.
But it's not.
There's only one line that piques Quendry's interest. He says, we have always assumed that the ancient kingdom was in the north, in the Great Wastes. The ancient seat. He says, I don't know if that's talking about the throne of Ashter, the ancient throne, or could it be talking about the ancient Lord of Three? He says, I'm not sure. He said, that might mean more than that. That's the line that piques his interest the most. Eleanor remarks that prayer, that answer to your prayer seems to be talking to you specifically, to your party.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of amazed. But none of them have any idea about some auburn hair woman, and her vengeance waits upon your feet makes no sense to any of them.
All right. I don't got anything else.
You would think Quendry is actually kind of annoyed that you would think that would mean something to me, but because he says, that sounds awfully specific. He says, but I have no idea.
We do a perception check on Quendry. See if we think he's lying.
Certainly.
Or it's an insight, really.
Oh crap! Sorry. When I roll that again on the tower. Don't count.
No. I'll let you keep it. It was a really high roll.
Well, wouldn't
Quendry
be
would do Quendry would do anything to help the kingdom of Ashter, and right now that made kingdom of New Ashter, and that also means helping you. And believe it or not, although some of these counselors absolutely hate each other, it's the same with Momont, and it's the same with Tolman. It's just that some of them are a little ambitious. And, you know what I mean, want to be on top of the others. But everyone in the room seems completely honest in wanting to help Eleanor. And the kingdom of New Ashter. You guys are in the presence of people that really are on your side. The problem is, and you can see the problem, they barely had soldiers to even try to fight off those dragons. They don't have a force they can send. Their army was destroyed down near Minnow, including the king and the prince and God. And then they lost one of their 3 counselors. They've been arguing about who to replace Paul with. They have no idea. A lot of discussion because that is a position of power. It does strike you interesting that there are normally 3 counselors to the queen.
All right.
That number somehow rings a bell, doesn't it?
Right.
Lord of Three, yeah.
So do we think? Okay, well, the redhead would have been in the logs, though, right? The history.
Quindry says, I have never heard. I've read through them all because I'm old and I'm forgetful, but I've read through all of the histories and I've never heard anything about an elf, not even in ancient times were elves common.
What if it's something... Oh, the only thing I'm thinking is either something ancient related or something like connected to that other kingdom, the Red Hand. If they're gonna come back into the story somehow, could be something like that.
Tolman looks at you and says, I'm not sure the Red Hand existed in those times. It's a newer kingdom. They're not really even enemies of ours, but I don't even think they existed back then.
Yeah, even though they're not enemies, they still got involved because they were
Well, they
were
did
trying to
because
get
they were
involved.
tricked into thinking we
Yeah.
were going to attack them. We have
Yeah.
already sent emissaries to the Red Hand, letting them know of the deception. They have become as devastated as we are.
Okay.
Was Logan one of the council members in the past? Is that what they said?
No, he was a Kingsguard.
Quindry says, I'll have to look it up, but I suspect he was. Well, not really a council member, no. He pointed at Tolman, said he'd be sitting on the side of the crown. Yeah, Tolman says, yeah, Logan, if you're talking about the same Logan that we knew, he would be in my position. There are remember, this is a triangular table. There are 3 sides. One side represents the crown, and the King's Guards sit on that side. One represents the counselors, and there are 3 chairs, of which only 2 are occupied at the moment. And then there's the third side, which is ambassadors and honored guests, which is where you're sitting. It's actually a neat table.
I feel like
Triangular
Andor
table.
should be an honored guest, but okay. I see.
They can't have an animal that wild sitting that close to Eleanor.
Can we? Okay, I'm just thinking. What if Lord Riz's bird and Proud's pigeons are just resting on top of Pandora?
Well, those pigeons actually belong to
We're gonna
the kingdom.
we're gonna keep them.
There's only one left. You said 2. You have
Well,
1 pigeon left.
That's
1.
fine. Proud, you're fine with 1 pigeon, right?
And it's not a familiar. All right. Well, Eleanor is tired. This meeting's about over.
Let's go talk to Quindry. Or in now. I guess it's late.
It is pretty late. They are actually going to house you in the castle tonight. They're not sending you down to the inn. They're housing you in the castle. Really nice rooms, protected by Kingsguard outside of your door. 2 of them. You have never, since you started playing this game, been as protected as you are this night.
I see.
And then
Oh,
it
nice.
turns out we still die in the middle of the night.
I'm going to do a long rest.
Oh, yay.
Long rest completed. You have all your stuff.
Are we continuing?
And I
on?
take it in the morning you head to Quindry's tower. Quindry has a tower in the castle. Quindry's tower is as messy as ever, very bookish and papers strewn about. Quindry says, I found a reference to a monument built when the refugees finally arrived at the end of the Great Waste. It says it was built on the edge of a forest that they named Haven. Now we know Haven Forest, an ill-named forest. It is known to be inhabited by fell creatures. People don't generally go in there, and it's been a curiosity as to why its name was Haven. But now we know. It was the first steps out of the waste by our ancestors. It says the monument was built right on the edge of the wastes. He shows you a map of Ashter, a crude map of Ashter. And he tells you the notes he's found, it looks like The monument was built somewhere around here. You see the circle
I didn't see the
that I'm
map.
drawing? Oh. Okay, now it's shared. And I'm drawing a circle right here on the edge of the Great Wastes and Haven Forest. I'll erase it and draw it again so you can see me mark it. Here, I'll put an X.
I don't see anything.
I
It's
see it.
kind
You don't
of
see the X?
north of New
It's real
Ashter.
faint.
Oh, I see it. I see it now. Got to zoom in.
Okay, let me scribble it some more.
Oh, I think that's all
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
somewhere
I was
around
gonna say you need a
here.
different color than black.
It's the only color Fancy Rounds gives me. So anyway, that's where they said now he'll tell you that all of the other expeditions that were sent in the past, there is a dry riverbed that flows right along here that goes into the Great Wastes. And it was always assumed that the city would have been built upon such a river. So all of the expeditions would follow that riverbed. All of those expeditions, some of them with quite a number of soldiers, perished. All previous expeditions started in the town of Weston. Here's where I've written it. A dried riverbed there that leads into the Great West. It always seemed logical to follow the riverbed, but every expedition has done that, has finally ended in disaster. I have also found that there was an expedition to seek the ancient kingdom of Ashter in my youth that I was unaware of. It was led by Logan, the captain of the Kingsguard in Eleanor's great-grandfather's time. Tolman is right. Every indication I have shows Logan to be the greatest of the Kingsguard of old. It was thought if anyone could achieve success, it would be him. He was sent with 100 men-at-arms. When he never returned, the attempts were abandoned for decades until the 2 scholars that I sent much later. I had not known of that previous attempt.
Damn.
He says, my advice to you, follow the path that our ancestors took and go to the monument.
So, is he talking like going through the woods or going to drive the dry riverbed to the monument?
Don't go to the dry riverbed. He goes, the dry riverbed is where every other expedition went.
Okay.
And all of them were destroyed, regardless of how many soldiers were sent.
I was going to say, it sounded like a bad idea, but I didn't know what he meant. So he's talking about going through the mountains? Can we cross through the mountains there? Or do we have to go around the woods?
No, the mountains are impassable.
Okay.
You would have to go along the forest, although you might be able to hang between the hills and the mountains.
Yeah.
He says that forest has that's considered a pretty foul place. We have a tower at the southern end of that forest just to sort of keep watch on the forest.
Is it manned?
It was, I fear for it now, though. We have not heard anything from Weston in weeks. We're not sure Weston exists anymore. We've heard nothing from Weston.
Okay.
Farmington would have been lost. Fortunately, a huge group of refugees from Farmington showed up a couple of days after you left here. And so it looks like most of the people of Farmington were saved. But your story says the town has been destroyed, but the people have not. The people are here.
So there's no way through the mountain at any point. We have to go all the way down and then all the way back up.
The way I would go is the way you just came. I would cross back across the mountain tower, but this time head to the north.
Okay.
There is a place to cross. The place you crossed to go to Farmington.
Okay.
That's the closest place to cross.
I forgot we did that. Okay.
In fact, you can sort of see there's a gap right here. This is where you crossed. There is one place to cross right here. That's where you crossed, but you headed south toward Farmington.
Gotcha.
Actually cut down in the hills down through here toward Farmington. This time you'll take it up toward Haven Forest, but instead of going to Weston and following the old dry riverbed, go into that terrible forest.
All right. What kind of creatures are in the forest? Does he know?
Fell peoples, trolls, ogres. He goes, it does not have a good name.
What do you know about eliminating a troll?
A troll? Fire.
Acid or
Burn.
fire.
Acid or fire.
Okay.
Yeah, burn them. He says you can kill them by normal means, but if you don't burn the body, it will come back rather quickly.
We need to make sure we've got some oil when we leave.
That's a good idea. He says, I can help supply you with that. He calls one of his Alakites over and says, get these guys a keg of oil and some casks and some vials. And the little kid nods and runs off. He says, I'll have oil. I will get that for you.
Perfect.
He says, you guys have been such service to the realm. If there's anything small like that you need, let us know and we'll take care of it.
I like this dude.
Now, we can't give him a wand to help defend New Ashter as we go, can we?
A wand? He's not
I
evil.
don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it has to be evil, and that would just be stupid whether or not we trusted the guy because it could just corrupt him.
Now, Proud, you're carrying both wands, right?
I am.
She'll be evil.
Did you read what I wrote about having the two wands?
Yeah, they're weaker when they're together.
Well, the green glow about the wands is less when they're close together. Doesn't disappear, but it's less.
I think it's going to be something where, like, when all three are together, it, like, combines or something. It's going to be some kind of transformer sort of thing.
Well, I think when they're all three together, they're going to make them weak enough for us to destroy them. I think that's what's happening. Because we can't. You said they were indestructible, right? Right now.
When you put the wands 10 feet apart, the glow is very pronounced. But when they're close together, it's much less pronounced.
I feel it's going to be something like the Infinity Stones, where we have to use the thing to destroy them. Like, we have to use the wands to destroy the wands.
I kind of
I
wonder.
think it's better if we keep them together.
Well, I think if
Yeah.
I think if they were more powerful when they were together, then Lord of Three would have kept all of them. So I think he's purposely dished them out. But we'll see.
But
Yeah, Roland, it also strikes you that it would be difficult for one person to wield all three.
Unless they have 3 arms.
And every wand you've seen so far has the same power as the previous wand, but more so. Like the original wand that you found raised the dead. The second wand raised the dead and controlled them and defended them against being turned. Did the same thing the previous wand did, but a lot more.
That's true.
And you can imagine what the third wand is like.
Right.
One thing you've never seen the first 2 wands do: turn creatures like undead dragons and control them.
All right. I think we know our plan for next session, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are we done for tonight? I guess it's about that time. We can end the session. This is not a terrible time to end it.
Yeah.
So you guys are headed to the north, and you have a lot of information.
Yeah, this
more
is,
than ever.
This is your 2-hour group, not your 4-hour group, Dwight.
That's why. I have no complaint. I love this group. I hope you guys realize that. I haven't got lost in this other group. I'm as excited about you guys getting to the campaign as I am them.
I was just joking. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I did a few things I wanted you to notice. That it is interesting that Eleanor normally has 3 counselors. Boy, what is that about?
This is gonna
if you ask Quendry, he'll tell you it is ancient tradition that there are 3 counselors to the king. That's why there's a big discussion between Momon and I as to who the 3rd counselor is going to be. It's a very ancient tradition. Very ancient. And it's a position of tremendous importance. If he could get one of his students in there, he would do it. He says, neither Eleanor nor Coleman or I will let that happen. He says, I'm not going to try to get one of my students in. The Kingsguard cannot do it. The Kingsguard sit on the side of the crown.
So,
So
have we met any other characters besides the fiery redhead and the Lord of
what,
Three? So I'm thinking they may be two of the previous, whatever councils. I don't know who the third would be though.
he
What if
doesn't
the
know about the
redhead's,
fiery. He doesn't know about the redhead at all. Which
guys,
is an
what if
elf.
the redhead's
That's not anywhere in the histories.
Three?
Yet a red-headed elf is nowhere in the histories that I can
What if
find,
it's
and
the
I've looked.
previous Lord of Three who's salty because Logan took her power?
No, so Logan was mad at Nolrad for turning. Basically said, ruined him and turned him evil or whatever.
Well, yeah, but what
He
if?
said he did say, "I doubt you would survive what you put me through." And Noldud actually said, "I made you what you are."
That's true, but they also mentioned Ancient Lord of Three, and we have not. They mentioned there could be an even older Lord of Three. Could be Noldud, but I don't think. he would willingly-
Noldud's an orc.
Yeah.
Now,
So
granted,
that's why-
orcs are. Roland probably knows this. Orcs are. It's almost blasphemy to say this, but they're distantly related to elves. That they live as long as elves do. So orcs can live an awful long time. But it's an orc. There wouldn't be an orc that was a part of the ancient kingdom. That doesn't quite make sense.
I know we killed that guy.
It's a mystery.
We should have probably questioned him. But,
Definitely.
oops.
But honestly, I don't think he would have talked.
Yeah.
What? I'm trying to make us feel better, okay?
I don't think he would have either. Anyway,
Okay.
and I'm the DM, and I don't think he would have either. I'm laughing, going, "Yeah, how much would he have told you?" Nothing. All right, guys, this was good. I'm really looking forward to the next session.